Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope all of you are doing well. Today's video is definitely going to be a little bit different than what you have seen from me. Today's video is just a real talk, and there's no other way to describe it. For those of you who know me and follow me on Instagram, you know that I've sort of been through a rough patch. I'm not gonna go into detail because this is on the internet and I don't really want everyone knowing, but my family has been hurting for a little bit, and a lot of you don't know me, but some of you do, and those of you that do know that my family is the most important thing to me. And when their hearts are broken, my heart is double broken. Today's talk just really gonna tell you that you're not alone. I know it might seem like it in the moment. I've had my fair share of times where I've been angry at people for no reason. You just feel like no one understands what you're going through. And a lot of the time you do feel lonely. And that's just part of the process. It sucks, but that's the process. You just gotta go through all the different stages. And that's with anything, really. Everyone experiences something that people don't know about, and a lot of the time that hurts because, people can't comfort you if they don't know what you're going through, which leads me to this point that it's so important to have an amazing support system, because when you have that, it makes going through what you're going through a lot easier. And I know that a lot of the time you don't really want to confide in people when you're struggling because you get anxious about what they might think, or you don't really feel comfort in what they're saying because they might not understand you. Just from personal experience, having that support system for me, it gets me through my day. No matter if it's good or bad, if I didn't have that support system, I wouldn't be the person I am, and I wouldn't feel as loved as I do. So that's one thing I highly suggest, is just finding those people, whether it's family, friends, just find people to confide in, because it makes going through stuff a lot easier. I've always believed in this, but I feel like with what I've gone through the last few months, I believe in it even more. People always have something going on that you don't know about. Everyone's writing their own book, and there are chapters that people will leave out. And you have to respect that. And you have to understand that even the people with the biggest smiles on their face are going through something, and they need someone to help them through that. So don't judge people. Everyone has something that no one knows about. And that's hard. That's hard because a lot of the time you don't tell people because you don't know how they're going to react to it. But you just have to take it with grace when someone does, and you have to respect them and respect what they're going through. Because day after day someone is hurting, and you don't know when or who that person is. But sometimes when you say something, when someone is going through something that hurts them, there's words that will trigger that pain. Please just be respectful of the people that are going through something, whether you know them or not. Support people, love people, show them that they are not alone. There is a lot of strength in all of us, but a lot of the time the weaknesses come out because we don't know how to have that strength. I've always been a very strong person, but I find that strength is hard for me to have right now. Because when your heart's bruised, bad things just keep happening. You don't really find any good in them. You don't really know why they happened. It's hard to feel strong when that happens. And it's hard to feel okay. And it's hard, very hard, to overcome it and be happy. Whether you are going through something with your family or whether you're going through something by yourself, there is a process that you have to go through. And many people won't understand that process. But at the end of the day, the only person that has to understand it is you, because the only way that it's going to get fixed is if you fix it. I've found, for me personally, it helps to talk about how I'm feeling. It helps to shed those tears when they need to be, and even when they don't. If you can't let the pain build up inside of you, because it's going to stay. You have to find a way to just let the pain go. You just have to find a way to get through it. Whether you're going through something physically, mentally, personally, whether your family's going through something, the most important thing is that you just believe that it's going to be okay. I'd be lying if I said I believe those words in the moment, because the more I'm sorry's you hear and the more it's going to be okay you hear, you don't feel that. You get sick of the I'm sorry's. You don't believe in the it's going to be okay, because you don't understand how it can be. Once you go through that process and you're starting to come out of it, you understand that life goes on. And I got a big wake-up call that you are not promised another day. It's something that everyone takes for granted. So I'm just going to put this out there. If you love someone, tell them you love them. Don't go to bed in a fight with someone. Respect people more than you ever have. And live your life like you're not promised another day. I know right now it might be kind of hard with COVID, because there is limitations on what we can do, but bake something new, cook something new, read a book that you've been wanting to read. Do something that you will feel is fulfilling for the day. Because if you can go to bed smiling, you lived a good day. And probably most important out of all of those is just do something that makes you happy. Especially right now, I think a lot of us have been in this manner of just feeling numb, because we don't feel like we're necessarily living. We just feel like we're alive, because of all of the limitations and everything. Eventually that's going to go away, and when it does, there's going to be a big party across the entire world that everything is all over with. Everything will go back to normal, crossing my fingers. But none of us were prepared for this, and that lack of preparation caused a lot of people to be sad and to be depressed. And it happened to a majority of us because we just weren't ready for that change in our life. But truth is, you're not ready for a lot of things that happen, and a lot of things will come unexpectedly where you're not prepared for them, and you just gotta roll with it. And eventually, if you keep your hopes up, everything will be okay. A lot of the time I struggle with how to get through different things, but I did want to share some quotes from Pinterest that I rely a lot in, because they're a way for me to know that everything happens for a reason, and that I am going to be okay, and that life goes on, and there's a life that was made for me that I'm supposed to live, and I have to live it. So this first one is: everything has a reason. There's nothing coincidental about the things you experience. Just be open to the lessons in every situation. And that is sort of a quote that I live by. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and whatever happens, it's to teach you something. Here's another one. I love this. I feel like it's very aesthetic. It says, mental note, keep hoping. When you experience heartache and disappointment, you have two choices. You can stop hoping, or you can hold on to the promises of God. This is one that I think makes my heart a little bit fuller, because I feel like it does reflect the person I am. I feel like when you go through something, there's a grace period, and I feel like after you stop struggling, that's when that grace period hits, and you come out beautiful, you come out strong, you come out powerful, and you come out learning more. So this is one of these quotes. It says, I won't let my pain turn my heart into something ugly. I will show you that surviving can be beautiful. This is one for people who have lost loved ones. whether it was recent or not, has made me feel a lot better for the situations I've been through. So this says, "The reality is that you will grieve forever. You will not get over the loss of a loved one. You will learn to live with it. You will heal and you will rebuild yourself around the loss you have suffered. You will be whole again, but you will never be the same. Nor should you be the same, nor would you want to." And I think when we lose people, you feel the heartbreak. Whether you're there or whether you get a call, you feel your heart drop and you feel your heart break inside of you. And I think that when it does, part of your heart goes to the person that you lost. It means that you loved someone so much that your heart will never get rid of them. That's my opinion of it. Here's another one. I always have loved this quote. It's by Dr. Seuss. It's, "Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory." This is another one for loss. It's about more so looking towards the positive rather than the negative. So it says, "You can shed tears because they are gone, or you can smile because they lived. You can close your eyes and pray they will come back, or you can open your eyes and see all that they left for you. Your heart can be empty because you can't see them, or you can be full of the love you shared. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live yesterday, or you can be happy for tomorrow because of yesterday. You can remember only that they are gone, or you can cherish their memory and let it live on. You can cry and close your mind and feel empty, or you can do what they would want, smile, open your heart, love, and go on." And then just some, I guess, more so powerful quotes to let you know that you are going to get through something. "I believe we write our own stories, and each time we think we know the end, we don't. Perhaps luck exists somewhere between the world of planning, the world of chance, and in peace that comes from knowing that you just can't know it all. You know, life's funny that way. Once you let go of the wheel, you might end up where you belong." This is another good one. "I keep my eyes focused on hope. I accept that hard times are a part of life, but cling to the truth that inside of me is the ability to overcome every challenge that I face. I stand firm in my faith. I am unstoppable." And this one, I feel like it is very important. It says, "You are the greatest project you will ever work on." So that's the one that I'm going to stop with, because you do so much. You're busy all of the time. You're focusing on schoolwork, on your job, on your family, on your homes, on this and that. But you have to remember that the most important part of your life is focusing on you. Because if you are happy, if you're healthy, if you're fun, if you're loving, everything else will work itself out. That is a very true quote. The thing about life is there's going to be so many things that stop you. But you have to find the things that keep you going. I try to work on myself every day. Like you guys know, I've been through a lot. And life can be a daily struggle. But if you do something, even if it's just one thing that makes the day worthwhile, then you're doing okay. So, this has been kind of a long video, but like I said, it's a real talk. You know, we all go through stuff, but we all don't know if we're going through the same stuff. So just to finish it up a little bit, you're not alone. People are going through stuff every day, whether you know about it or not. Live your life full of love for people you love and you don't. Because you never know when someone's going to need your help. And you never know when you're going to need that person's help. So please just live the life you want to live. Call people if you need help. Understand you're not alone. Write the story of your life that you want to write. I think a lot of the time our world just needs a little bit more love and hope and grace. And the more of us that do that, the better. So I'm sorry that I took a little bit of a break from YouTube, but I promise I'll get it back on track for all of you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it sort of gave you a feeling of hope and knowing that everything will be okay. And trust me, it will be. I'm feeling a lot better. But yeah, just hang in there, everyone. I'm always here if you need me. Please feel free to leave a comment below if you're going through something, and I will help you as much as I can through that. Or DM me if you want it to be a little bit more private. Just let me know. I'm always here to help. I love you all so much, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Mwah. Bye, you guys.